What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bricks and Toys. And I am super excited because it's new vehicle day. There's just a few things with Lego that gets me fired up. There's like 3 stages of Lego right off the top of my head. There's like, oh damn, there's a new Star Wars level. Then there's the, oh damn, there's a new vehicle coming out level. And then there's a, that's cool, I gotta have it level. A lot of the builds on the channel fall in between Star Wars and that's cool, between those 2 levels. And every now and then we get vehicles, and then we get on that level. And that's the level that I'm on today. As you guys know, if you guys have been following along with all of my videos, I recently bit off the Mini Cooper, VW Beetle, and the T2 camper van as 3 more sets in this collection. I somehow stumbled into these vehicles. I mean, how could you not? You go to Lego and you see the 1969 Camaro on sale and you buy it. And by stumbling into these vehicles, I have started a downward spiral, or maybe upwards, depends on the day and the price that you pay for these sets, of just trying to collect them all. Even if they're not branded as part of the Icons lineup, like the Time Machine Ecto-1 1989 Batmobile, I still have to collect them all. Even if they are labeled as the Icons or Creator Experts, like the Harley, London Bus, and the Vespa, still got to collect all those too. Now, I don't have the Harley or the London Bus in my personal collections. They're in my family's collections. And if I ever do part ways with that family to where I can't go and get that set and like show it for a video, I will buy that particular set for the channel. But as of today, I'm only missing 2 sets of all of the vehicles, and that is the 2008 Stud Bug and I think the 2016 Ferrari F40. Once I have those 2, I believe I got them all. So, of course, I am super excited today to show you guys the brand new Icons vehicle. Now, the McLaren MP4-4 was an amazing Ayrton Senna tribute vehicle, but that was just like a little bit of a tease. That's like going and seeing a peep show that was just a peep show. You got an early look at the heat that Lego is bringing in these Icons vehicles this year, but at only 690 pieces. Well, now the dress is off and we get our first vehicle at 1,506 pieces, and this is the Lamborghini 5000 Quattrovalvole, or however the hell you say it. We'll just go with 5000 QV like everyone else does. Set number 10337, coming in at $180 US. Even though I'm so super excited about this build and this car and everything, I do have a confession to make. As a car guy and loving 80s retro sports cars and supercars of that nature, I was never a Countach guy. Maybe it has to do with the fact that my father, which I don't like at all, that this was his poster car. And as his son that he abused, it's my goal to do everything against what he likes as my retaliation. So with that, guys, I was actually a Ferrari Testarossa guy. I love the Ferrari Testarossa. The Testarossa and the Countach went neck and neck in the 80s. And I'm sorry, even today, guys, I still go with Ferraris. And it's nothing to do with my dad now. It's just I like the styling a little bit more on the red side than the yellow side, if you know what I mean. But regardless, the Countach is an amazing freaking vehicle. Even though it's not a Testarossa, I have wide open arms to bring it into this collection. One of the fun things that comes to mind when I think about the Lamborghini Countach is actually with its 25th anniversary edition counterpart. There was many Lamborghini Countaches made throughout the years. I'm not sure where the 5000 QV comes into play, probably looking at the body kit somewhere in the middle. But with the 25th anniversary edition, I think of the 2013 movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, The Wolf of Wall Street, where Jordan Belfort comes out from making a phone call. He's high on Quaaludes, and He thinks he drives home just fine, just to be arrested hours later and come out and see the car destroyed. The fun fact about that is they actually did destroy a real Lamborghini, and it just sold at auction not too long ago, and it was that car. So when I think about the Countach, I think of Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street, and it's just a really cool aesthetic with the 80s and Wall Street and, you know, that whole aesthetic. It's just really cool. So let's take a look at this box and let's see what we can expect from this build. Right off the top, we have the 18 and older packaging. Haha, who would have guessed? We do have a burgundy strip along the bottom, and that burgundy does kind of highlight here in the middle to break up the black. We do have a little bit of a mirror showroom floor right here next to the Lamborghini logo. We have the name Countach 5000 Quattrovalvole, however you say it. Icons and Lego right there. And then we have the car itself that just looks, well, incredible, guys. I mean, this thing is, yeah, this thing's nice. So let's take a look at the side of the box. Well, we got that back shot. And boy, is that a nice back shot. I do have to say the Countach has a really, really nice rear end. Along with the back shot, we got the Lamborghini logo and Lego logos again. Looking at the side of this side, well, we got country of origins and the do not eat it's. Coming up over here, we have a 1-to-1 scale of one of the wheels. I do believe that these are special wheels made for this vehicle. We have the Lamborghini logo, and then we have the side silhouette of the vehicle, which is really nice. And then coming down to the bottom of the box, we have more Legal Eagles, barcodes, Lego.com website with that burgundy packaging. Now let's take a look at the back of the box and let's see what we can find out about the set from the back. So the set is going to come in about 3.5 inches tall and about 13 inches wide. The more I look at this set, the more I see features of the 25th anniversary, but I don't think the 25th anniversary and the 5000 is the same vehicle. But you know what? I'm going to do my research while I build this car, and I'm going to find that out. Because like I said, I'm not a big Countach guy. They made very many of these in the years that they made them. Anyway, we got the actual Countach right here in front of the Lamborghini factory. We got a shot of the engine looking to be banana elements, maybe, to make the top of the V12. Another back shot with a side shot. We do have an opening front. Part usage looks to be pretty dang cool. There is going to be some new parts besides the wheels to be included in this set. Other than that, guys, that's the box. Not too much more to talk about. So we all know at this point what it's time for. It's time for you guys to come over here and let's get a look inside of this box and see what we can expect from this build. Okay, so here we have the box. We have 2 pieces of tape to get this party started. One thing I did want to note about the box itself, it is actually sized kind of smaller than I expected, but maybe it's because I worked on so many of the Creator Expert that this seems small to me now. Okay, so we're opening it up, and guess what? No paper bags, everybody. Imagine that. Let's give it a push to see how much dead space. Yeah, not too much dead space. And let's do our pour. There we go. So we have some tires, trying to make a break for it. Now that we have all of our bags out, we have 11 right here. I'm going to say 16 bags total. Let's go ahead and count them out. So we got 5, we got 10, we got 11. Then we have 4 tires just floating around. Then we have another bag of some Center's Technic support sections and a smaller profile tire than these, but of the same grit. So only 11 bags, extra parts, and 4 tires. Well, that was off from 16. Now let's take a look at our books. Pulling out the book, I don't think we're going to have any stickers. And there we have our next Icons book, everybody. QR code for our 20 points. And there we have another nice hind end shot. That is a beautiful rear end of a car. Let's go to the back and just find out what we have in terms of the build. So we have 407 steps and 247 pages to make this beautiful car. Let's go to the front of the book and let's just see. Oh, there's more of our recycling information that doesn't apply to us, only the Lego reviewers. And then here we have information about the car. We got a page of that or two, another 2 pages. Here they talk about the car itself, starting off in 71 with the LP500, 73 with the LP400, 78 with the LP400S, and 83 with the LP500, and then the 1985 5000. But they didn't say anything about the 25th anniversary that came out in the late 80s. So this must have been the precursor. If you guys look at the pictures of the book, if you bought this set, you will see that the first two, the 400 and the 500, they don't have any arches. They're kind of like a spaceship, where by the time they made this one, they had some of the features that was found on the 25th, like the wider fender arches and the accents to the bumper. You will see that. And then it mentions in 2021 the LP 800-4, which is just a rebadged Venador. I mean, come on, who cares about that? Then we have stuff about the Lego designer, and then we go straight into the build. Well, guys, that does it for the box review and the unboxing. I have my cell phone in my hand. Obviously, you guys are not blind, but I do want to read a little excerpt about the 25th anniversary to the LP5000, because you guys know I keep bringing it up. What's the difference? Well, guys, I do want to tell you guys that the 25th anniversary Countach was based on the LP5000 Quattro Valvole. It was updated aesthetically and mechanically, adding upwards of 500 tweaks to the 5000 Quattro Valvole, or however you say it. So with all that being said, everybody, 1985, the 5000 Quattro QV, whatever the hell you want to call it. And in 1988, the year my brother was born, is when they came out with the 25th, which had the 500 tweaks. So that's the difference between the two. Put it to bed. This one's awesome regardless. Aesthetic tweaks, mechanical tweaks, they don't show up well in Lego. And I bet you the majority of people that see this, they're going to think it's that version of it anyway. So with that, guys, I'm going to take a few days. I'm so excited for this set that I just want to take my time to build it. But for you guys, the review is now. Well, guys, let's review the Lamborghini Countach 5000 QV. And let's just get a really nice spin around look of this beautiful car from the mid-1980s. As we learned in our prior segment, this is the car that they based the 25th anniversary on. It came out in 1988. Okay, well, that does it for our turntable. Now let's start looking at the front. So looking at the front of the car, you know what? I see white bricks. Does anybody else see white bricks? I know I do. So we have printed elements 1, 2, and 3 right there. For those marker lights, we have classic window pane Lego elements. Underneath, we have the pearl silver and the amber and clear 1x1s right down inside. Creates a nice dimensional look into the build. We have some more lights here and here. And then we just have a lot of those angled 1x2 cheese slopes all throughout the front end with some radiator grills in there and some of these curved slope elements, as you guys can see. We have two different sizes of the flat arch pieces right here. And again, more of these flat and curved angled pieces. To get the look of the sloping front end, well, you know what? Lego used a lot of the 2x2 curved pieces, as well as a lot of hinge type mechanisms. To pop the frunk on this guy, you just pull up and there you go. You can get into the frunk. Nothing too special in the frunk. So that's enough looking at the front of the car. There we go, all done. And then we can start looking at the windscreen. Now, I don't think that this is an exclusive windscreen to this car, but I could be wrong. But I will say it is a smoke tint color. I've not seen them do a black piece that big like ever. Coming down, looking at the front doors here, we got an awesome range of parts right here to make that inner little cutout. I think that is a really nice styling technique. We do have scissor doors on this car, just like that. Even though I don't know how to make them work and stay. They like to fall. Maybe I should have researched that before filming this review. Again, more of the 1x2 cheese slopes and stuff. We have a lot of the 2x2 like half tiles, triangular pieces. As you can see, the doors are all the way around, just like with the DeLorean, if I remember that correctly, with that car, with its gull wings. And looking over here, we have another little window pane right there, a little hay bale brick to make that inner little scoopage area. Some interesting part usage, and again, more of the hinge type locking mechanisms to make these slopes. We do have a new element over here on the back. I don't know if it's this one or that one, but it's one of these two to make those fat wheel arches. I like the use of the pieces here to make the back grills. We have some pretty basic triangle and rectangle pieces to make that wing. Now we can open up the back here, but I'm trying to figure out how the hell you do it. There we go. So that's kind of hard to finagle and dangle. And when you get into the back, you do have the engine. And those are not bananas. Those are actually like blades, like hack blades or something. Part usage to make that V12. Then we have some red whip elements to make the wiring. To make the back hood, well, you know what? A lot of traditional parts, nothing special there. Now down here, on these little 6 pieces right here, these little 1x4 slopes, 1x3 slopes under the wing, those are all special parts. Just like these, to make these taillights are all special parts as well. Everything's printed on this car, including this, and that. Those are all printed elements. I like how they did the exhaust pipes, and I like how they did the taillight build. Coming along to the side, it's the same thing as the other side. We do have new parts to make the wheels. These wheels are the same as the back, just they're turned the other way around for the front. So the back has that deep dish that's iconic with the car. Let's see if this door stays up. That door stays up, everybody. And by doing so, you can come in and get a look at that red interior. And looking at that interior, you can see a control panel. You can see the instrument cluster. We do have working steering on this car. If it shows, it's really, really dark in there. But that is the interior, everybody. Now with this car, a lot of the interesting stuff's on the underside, so let's give it a flip. So with the car flipped over, we can see underneath the taillights, we have a lot of slopes and 1x2 cheese slices and all of that to make that really nice, like pinched hind end on those taillights. You can see the elements used to make the tailpipes and how those all come to be. And then for the wheels, we can see that because this is not an exposed wheel car, how they did the wheels. They used a narrow one, like what we would see on a farm truck, and then they paired it up with the new wide wheel to make that extra wide rear tire. Looking at the bottom, as you can see, it's a lot of Technic and plates, as you know we would expect with a build like this. And then the front is just the normal, where we have the deep dish here. Like I said, it's turned around, and by doing so, it really tucks in over all of the steering knuckles, which is really freaking cool. And with it on its side, you can get a look at that front end from a different angle. This build is a really, really cool build. You can get a look under the wing from this angle. Well, that does it for my review of the Lamborghini Countach 5000 QV. This thing is just, it's really badass. Let's wrap up the video. Wrapping up this video on the new Lamborghini. Well, guys, you know what? I don't think I really have to say it, but it's a definite recommend, especially if you collect these cars. I mean, at these recommendation segments, it's either a yes or a no at the end of it all, and this is a definite yes. I know a lot of people said 180 for 1,500 pieces. Yeah, I don't really know if that's a good deal, but you know what, guys? It's not 200, so we can be thankful for that. And 180 with new wheels, new arches, new slopes, printed elements. I mean, what gives here, everybody? They went all out on this build. To do that much work to make this car come to life, and it's only $180, to me that seems pretty reasonable. That's my final verdict. Go out and get it. It's a really fun build. Like traditional creator expert icons cars, you do see how it's going to be built as you're building it, so it's really not a surprising build. It's just really cool to see all the printed elements come together and all of the weird hinging ways that they get all the little angles and stuff to go onto this car. I don't think there's all that many bricks that's stacked, one on top of another with this build. It's a bunch of small little parts on plates, snap sideways on a hinge. They really did some cool stuff to make this one work. Well, guys, there's not much more to say about it other than 2 thumbs up. If you guys want to support the LEGO channel, there's 2 ways to do so. Right down below, you guys can hit the thank you button. When you guys do that, you guys can leave a small donation. Anything you guys can do helps support the LEGO channel and the LEGO hobby, like this car right here with me today. I'm going to tell you guys on a little side note, I never really wanted to go here, but I'm going to tell you guys, right now is the time to consider supporting Bricks and Toys if you guys are enjoying the content. There is some drastic changes coming that are not pretty. I know you guys heard me talk about changes before. Well, they're happening. Also, guys, if you guys want to support the channel by not donating or anything like that, you guys can just do so by hitting the subscribe button and following along with everything that we do here. We do Lego reviews. We did do city building. More on that in just a second. We do rants. We do all types of things on this channel. Mocks. So if you guys want to tag along, you'd be super appreciated. As usual, like the video, share the video with your friends, comment your thoughts down below. Let me know if you picked this one up and any concerns or anything that you may want to know about it or share about it. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Up next on the channel, well, you guys just heard what I just said. We did do city building. So what does that mean? Well, up next on the Lego channel, we have to destroy the Lego City. I have a 4-part deconstruction series coming up on the channel that we're going to work between the Lego reviews that I have scheduled for this month that are from like other set releases in March to June. So be sure to check that out. We're going to start, I think, tearing down the ocean first. Then we're going to eventually work our way into tearing down the forest, tearing down the city, and then the most dreaded all is tearing down the amusement park. Once everything is torn down, I'm going to revert the sets back to their original nature. I'm going to have a Lego yard sale here at my house to sell most of what's out there. And then whatever doesn't sell that needs to sell, I'm going to focus on selling it on eBay. And then after that, I'm just going to pack up everything else that I decided to keep or I couldn't sell, and I'm going to take it with me to where I'm going. Because Bricks and Toys is moving. Yes, guys, you heard that right. We are moving. So out of all the times that I have said to you guys, well, guys, looks like the end's near, looks like the end's near, guess what? It's actually happening. The end of Bricks and Toys, as you guys know it, is coming to an end. But you know what, guys? Let's be positive here. I hope you guys check out that deconstruction video and all the videos in that series. As usual, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and supporting this channel. I need your guys' support more than ever if this is going to continue for me. Y'all have a good one.